Welcome back to Burgundy Drip Gold Trim. And if you're here for the first time, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Definitely make sure after you subscribe, you hit the notification bell. Now let's get right into this video. Back with a drip that hits and a trim that fits so eloquently well, styled and curated by yours truly, Mr. Royale Black. We're back at it again, but before we get into the content, which I'm briefly going to hit you with, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. YouTube has been on some BS of late. I don't know why they're taking me out of the recommendations. Maybe it's something I uploaded a copyright. I don't know. I'm just trying to get this going and the ball continues to roll. As we are 2-0 headed this week back at FedEx, which I should be at, and we're welcoming in Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills Mafia. They will be in town, and I just want to talk about going into this game, the early success of Eric Bieniemy and Sam Howell, and how it's looked so far. Now against Arizona, we seen flashes of what it could be. We didn't come out the gate seeing everything what we thought was going to be. Some people probably expected a 300-yard game, his first performance. I was saying a modest 250, 2 touchdowns, maybe 1 on the ground and 1 in the air. Maybe, he completes a third of his passes. That's what I was expecting. It didn't go like that, but I was almost close because I said that in my initial video, he'll probably go 20 for 29 with about 250. And I was a little bit close, but I didn't expect the interception because he was so careful with it in the preseason and he was making the right reads. But it is what it is. The ball got tipped and intercepted, and he also fumbled. Well, that was due to, the offensive line, but we'll get into that. But Sam should have gave up the ball, hold on to the ball too long. That's one thing that really Sam has to work on, getting up the ball early. And he has improved, as you see in week 2, just throwing the ball out of bounds. I don't know if he's worried about his completion percentage, which he shouldn't be. We're trying to leave any field with a W, if it's FedEx Field, Folsom Field, you know what I'm saying? Mile High, whatever field we're going to play on, we're trying to leave with a W. Now, the offensive line, we already know the question marks behind that. And it far in the second half of the games, it has improved. But I really just hope, moving forward, this offensive line just comes together. Whatever scheme blocking we have to put together for these screens. Just like last night when I was watching the Niners versus the Giants. If Bieniemy gets this going with this offense, man, sky's the limit, because we already know what AG can do. We have pretty much kind of 2 players similar to Deebo Samuel. Not saying they're Deebo Samuel, but they're like jackknives, running back / receivers, receiver / running back, and Curtis Samuel and Antonio Gibson. That would do wonders, especially with the yards after catch. You've seen it in Denver where Antonio Gibson had the 36-yard run. And I remember a few years ago, we threw a play like that against, ironically, the Bills. And what did Antonio Gibson took it about 78, 80 yards? I can't quite remember. But that was, if we can get that AG back in this offense, man, trying to tell you, we can get that big 6'2", 220 with that speed in this offense in an open space, man, sky's the limit. And same with Curtis Samuel. He's smaller, he's much more quicker. He's faster and more shiftier. That's what we need to be going moving forward. It's supposed to rain on Sunday, and I'm going to give you a preview for that game as well. It's supposed to rain, so I don't know how much we're going to see with the air. That's why I'm suggesting probably short passes and screens. You might see a few plays in the air, but you know how these games with this type of weather gets, especially at this time of the year, the ball's slippery. When you see the game in Arizona when it started to rain, I kind of question the situational play calling, while we were still trying to do stuff in the air instead of the short game. As far as the passing, the running the ball, I think that would have helped us in our favor as far as the tempo go and the flow and the pace. In Arizona, we kind of did that to ourselves. And yeah, we have a young QB who probably should have just gave up the ball. If he gives up the ball, they don't even get a touchdown. They don't score any touchdown in the game, because we really held Arizona, when you think about it, outside of the turnovers, to 6 points. 10 of their points came off of 2 of our turnovers. And if we can limit the turnovers against a disciplined team and disciplined defense, which Josh Allen even sees as himself as like, yeah, this team is a lot better than what people think we're giving them credit for. Like Rio Robinson said, we kind of like have a similar far as us coming into ascension, far as our roster building, our team building. Ron Rivera has done a good job at that. We've been critical of him, far as his coaching, and I'm gonna make a video on this too. But I say that if he is to lose his job, or be demoted, I think Eric Bieniemy is, based on what we see right now, if the trajectory keeps going up, but we see progress offensively and we see progress in a lot of other areas, I think that Eric Bieniemy should be promoted to head coach, and Ron Rivera, he should still have a place in the organization as far as like consulting, like GM decisions and personnel. And because he's found some studs on defense, bro. Like, who was thinking about putting Cameron Curl and Derek Forrest, in their safety room to start? You have a 5th and 7th round pick starting, and in my opinion, I might be a little biased here, the best safety group in the NFL that nobody even talks about because we're under the radar, we don't win, and we're in Washington, even though it's a big market. But Daniel Snyder is your owner. The media, the national media pundits are going to find any way to down us. I don't care about the rankings with PFF and all that. I'm not that big of an analytical person, though I know people, they like to look at analytics. I'm more of an eye test person. I'm old school in that sense. But far as the rankings and stuff, a lot of the bias of why we even rank low, and like even the defensive tackle, which is insane. We have the best defensive line in the league. Come on now. I know people may argue Dallas or Philly, but really look at what we're doing. Look at the talent we got. And if Chase Young, if he can really be that generational 2nd overall pick that we drafted him to be, and this defense and the way Montez Sweat is playing right now, we know what playing out. This is by far the best defensive line. It's not an argument or a debate. And then if Emmanuel Forbes and all that, oh man, I'm going off track on the video. Let me get back on track. Eric Bieniemy, Sam Howell, far as the comeback, Sam looked poised. He just looked like, he has that confidence, swagger about him. He has the intangibles. He doesn't look like a 5th round pick. This is what we were trying to tell people that was laughing, making memes. And a lot of like NFL fans, they're just like NFL fans, and a segment of them are just casual fans. They just root or just want to be a part of the conversation because they hear people at work talking about it. They don't watch and follow the prospects coming from high school, going into college to the NFL. Sam Howell was a dog at North Carolina. And I actually get tired of being repetitive and saying that, but repetition is the mother of skill. And if I don't constantly repeat this, you'll say I said something else the next time. So I have to remind you of the context revolving around Sam Howell, on why he fell in the draft, and why at one point in time he was so highly touted and considered the consensus #1 pick at one point in time, and why he was a Heisman talks. He can't control that he lost all these players, the offensive coordinator, and far as Mac Brown, they felt like they failed him by not keeping enough talent around him. He lost them all to the NFL. But now that you see that the talent that was already here, we just needed a playmaker and a person that can get the ball and give good ball placement to these receivers. Sam has a strong, accurate arm. He's sturdy. He can move. And this is what you need. But we need him to be more disciplined. It's still rookie growing pains. Yeah, I know people say, oh, it's his 2nd year. Still rookie growing pains. This would be his his 4th NFL start this upcoming week against Buffalo. And he's looked better in when you look at his game, he does self-correct. And Eric Bieniemy, you see the discipline he's implementing on his team, the urgency, the resilience, and the confidence. I've never seen this team this confident. I've never seen this fan base this confident and optimistic since the 2012 season. I'm not saying Sam Howell was bringing the same mania as RG3 mania was crazy. And man, that's one of them. That's if that's what they say. If it was a person, you know, with the quotation, if it was a person, that's if you had to be here was a person. That moment was one of the greatest seasons I've ever had as a Skins fan. Command, whatever you want to call with this whole franchise. Ask any ask any fan in my age group what was the funnest year that they've had as a fan, and I guarantee you it's going to be that one right there. It's in 9 times out of 10 you're going to hear that from most people my age. I can't give you the hot percentage, but you get what I'm saying. You haven't felt that in a long time. As far as the tight end group, the receiver group, the running back room we just got to get the offensive line in order. The play calling is going to get better. The confidence is still, and we got to hold each other accountable. We see this team is headed somewhere. I've never seen Ron Rivera this calm in the first 3 weeks of the season. Like this is what he needed. This is you know what I'm saying? The burden lifted off his back, off his shoulders. This is what he needed was Eric Bieniemy. Jack Del Rio, we have to tighten it up. You don't want to put it all on Eric Bieniemy, but it's good to know that you have somebody that can be like, okay, I can match your tit for tat. We never had that before. Now we have the playmaker. We have players that want to play. I've never seen Terry this excited to work with a quarterback. I know he's been with like 80 different quarterbacks in his first 4 years of the league. This is his 5th year, and this is like 81, 82. I'm being sarcastic, but I've never seen him this excited. Like, not even when Carson Wentz came in. You know, this is a quarterback who was an MVP candidate. He wasn't even this excited. Jahan and Sam are like best friends, and we have to get Jahan more involved in the offense. I didn't really see him. I think he caught like 3 passes. I mean, like the passes he caught was like 6 yards per catch. I would like to see Jahan using this offense in a similar fashion of Tyreek Hill. And I think like EB, you know, he's just building it up and he don't want to give too much of what he has in his deck. So I get that. And even with Terry's not been 100%, but he's getting better week to week. But I don't want to wrap y'all up too much longer. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Get me into that YouTube algorithm. Back into them recommendations and man, get up, engage with me, man. Become engaged with the flow, man. Head into that comment section, man. And if you agree, you cool with me. And if you disagree, please do so respectfully. Till next time, hail to the Washington Commanders. Peace.